Hey, welcome, Brew Crew, to the CR&E Morning Group. It is April, 18th today? Yep, 18th. All right, good morning. Let's see who all we got in here today. So we got Curly last night, 9:39. Wow. Floyd is, or was in at midnight. I'm going to miss today's show as I won't be home, but I'll give you a thumbs up. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, Floyd. Rick Rails, good morning. Hey, there's my buddy Rick. How you doing, Rick? Been a minute. Jan Benecki, good morning to you, sir. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay and everything. Hey, Gary. Little coffee drinkers and moderators. There you go. Absolutely. Coffee drinkers and model railroaders. That could be a name of a group right there. Derailed Daryl. What's up, pal? Hope you don't have too bad of a day today. You're too busy. Ray Bertelson. Good morning, Mr. Ray. Hello, Chris. Tennessee River Union. Morning to you, sir. Rails, just say hello. Jesco, what's going on, buddy? ABNSF and Scale. Good morning. Hey, everybody, John. John, I'm excited. I think you were saying you and your grandson are going to be going to Sparky's meet and greet up at Reading on May 18th. So I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I don't think we've ever met, man. If we have, I don't remember. Like early on, a couple of the early meet and greets he's had, those guys I've met, I didn't really know or recognize as much, just because I was so new into everything. So if I met you before, I apologize. I don't seem to remember, though. I'm my buddy Wilmer. Good show the other night. You and, well, technically Robert's show, but you guys did a good job there together, as you always do. But it's funny how, like Robert was saying, he was almost 40 minutes or so into the show before he even got to what he was wanting to do. So, but it's funny how things, you get behind real easy. You don't get around to what you want to talk about for a while. I'm sorry. See, I was informed by one of my moderators that I need to give Mr. Elmar a blue wrench. So Elmar, you now have a blue wrench. You can click on these other three dots next to people's names, go to their channels, and check them out. So there you go, buddy. Lynn McCurdy, good morning. I just got up in the nick of time. Yep. So let's see here. There's Elmar right there. Good morning, Al. Hey, Jimmy. Good morning, buddy. Jason. Good morning, Jason, the train freak. Jason and I were trying to figure out what's going on with this locomotive of mine. And still didn't find the answer to it. Jason, I just went ahead and ordered 2 new trucks. The whole shebang. Don't know what the issue is, if it's the wheels or what. But it was doing the same thing with the old decoder. So I really don't think it's this decoder. Yeah. Lynn, the wife and I have been talking about it, and after kind of discussing things, I don't know that we're even going to go to the show. I don't know that we're going to go to California. we're leaning on not going. I don't really want to waste the money or the time to go there. Just it sounds like it's going to be a bust. Andy, hot dog pilot. Good morning. Fred E. Fred, I'm going to have to rewatch your video on how to hook these signal lights up to this smell. Because I don't know what I did, but I'm going to have to reset the smell because it won't respond at all now. But the lights weren't working either, so I'll rewatch that. I don't know. They're just a cheapy little short lights. All those the dwarf signals, the little ones that just sit right next to the track. I just want them for just to know if it's open or closed, basically. And I thought I had it wired up right, but maybe I don't. Hey, good morning, Steve. Steve Childers. Okay, we're just saying hi to everybody. That's good. That's good. Hey, there's my buddy Anthony. Got the Georgia Sunbelt Cup out today. Let me see Anthony next weekend, right? Is it next weekend already? Timonium. Hey, Ron. Morning. Good morning. It was good to see him up at Amherst. That's what I like about going to these shows and meet and greets and stuff. You just get to see a lot of the people we watch and watch us and stuff on the channels. To me, that's one of the more fun parts of the hobby, really. JD, just finished watching your Sanger, Texas. Oh, I gotta watch that too. I've seen it. I just didn't have time to watch it. There's Wesley. Good morning, Wesley. How you doing, pal? Timor Junction. Good morning. You don't have a wrench either, do you? We met John at the second Steamtown meet. Okay. Sorry, I'm on the phone. I got to go on the phone to give the wrenches out. So, there you are. Oh, not that one. Okay, Dinmore Junction, you should have a blue wrench now. Again, you can click on the channels in the chat. At least during my chat, it won't work on everybody's unless they give you the wrench on their channels. And go check out the other channels in the chat. Race fan, good morning. Did you change your icon a little bit? Lakeshore, can't read it. Lakeshore something. I'm half blind anyways, I can't. I do the same thing, Lynn. I don't even mind it, except for on work days where it's like I don't have to get up till 4:15 really, and you wake up at 2:30 or 3, and you're like, oh, you got to pee, and it's like, man, can I make it another hour? I don't feel like getting up right now. Looking forward to seeing you at Timonium and making the trip to your. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so here, Wilmer and Robert kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit on Tuesday's show, which is totally fine. It wasn't a big secret. It wasn't meant to be a secret. So I'll do the show today. Now, next week I'm doing On Track Tuesday, so I will not do a Thursday morning show next week. I'm just trying that out, I think, for the summer. It just gets to be a lot to do 2 shows in a week. I mean, how much of me can you take in 1 week? So, but the following Thursday, which will be May, I think 1st or 2nd, Robert and Wilmer are planning on traveling from Wilmer's house to my house. And so they say they're going to be here for the show in the morning. We'll see how well that goes. I mean, I know Robert's not a morning person, but that's the plan. So I may have a couple special guests here on the first show of May for the On Track Tuesday, or for not On Track Tuesday, for this show, the Morning Brew. See, that's why I can't do 2 shows in a week. I'm confused when I do one. So that should be a good time. So make sure you tune in for that one. Dave, Carolina Foothills. Good morning, sir. So somebody's just saying hi. So I'm just trying to go through, get sort of caught up there. Surfliner MRA convention had to downsize for a number of reasons, and attendance will show as well. Yeah. Well, I just don't know that it's going to be worth coming all the way out there. We've been looking at, we were going to maybe do Arizona, but, you know, Arizona's like Satan's hell heat-wise in the summer. So to do some of the things we wanted to do, like a couple of the smaller hikes and going to see some of the things, I just don't know how well we'll do with like 100, 107 degree temperatures in August, you know. So I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do. We've been looking at Colorado, you know, Durango, a couple places like that. There's a couple different train rides. My wife's actually excited about the train rides because of the Rockies and everything, you know. So kind of leaning more that direction. The downside is I won't get to meet you guys that live out that way. You, Lynn, D-Rail, Daryl. That's kind of that's the bummer there, for sure. But to spend, we were going to spend a couple nights there, and I don't know. Go Fish Office. How are you? Good to see you as well. I just gave you a wrench. I didn't see that you had one, so you as well can go to other channels. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that aspect of it. CSX made a video on hooking up dwarfs to switches, I think. Yeah, we've seen a lot of it where they're hooking them up. I'm trying to hook them up using the tortoises, and I'm not using toggles. I'm using the controller. So I don't know if there's a difference there. I've seen guys where they hooked them up to like throws as well, which is cool stuff. It just seemed like I'm not finding what I at least think I'm looking for. Let's see. I'll watch it. I'll take a look at it though, yeah. May 4th, Elks Lodge in Lancaster. There's the club's having a train show. That's cool. Or we'll be at a train show. Yeah, I don't know. Some guy gave this to me. I don't know. Nice guy. Maybe I'll go see him. Morning is next weekend. Yeah, man. Can't wait. That's always a good time. And I believe Joe Rader did a little video there saying that Ray Bell he's going to have guys over again like he usually does. Don't know if they'll have he said he didn't think he was going to have like any kind of spread for us or anything like that, but that's fine. I'm not going over there to eat. I'm going over there to see Ray and hang out and BS with everybody. And that's if my driver will take me there. I don't know. I'm kind of at Anthony's mercy. It's like driving Miss Daisy, man. Tammy and Ray, good morning, you guys. Oh, you're going to Reading too? Awesome. Awesome. Good to see you again. I think Anthony's going up there. I know how me and the wife are going. Wilmer, I don't believe, could go. I think he's got a different obligation. There's a bunch of people going. John. Skullkill. Let's see. Just saying hi. Go Fish. How you doing, Daryl? Yeah, that's okay. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Um, Either way, it's even a possibility if you guys are open to it. If they're not going to get here, say well, I can't show up at 9. You have to show up a little bit early so we can, you know, get you in the house and say hi and everything. Um, Hello, Dave. He said hi already, but hello again. Maybe pushing it even back to 10 o'clock or something like that morning and on that week. We'll talk about it. If so, I'll make an announcement, And the last Thursday of the month, like when I do my on track Tuesday that week, the reason I think it's just going to be like probably for the summer. Yeah, no shit, man. There's a dry heat. Now my daughter just got back from Arizona. And she said it was beautiful. So maybe going in the spring or the fall would be better. We're definitely going to make it there. There's some really cool stuff we were looking at, we wanted to do. So, yeah, it'll probably be fine next month. We're thinking, May, June, somewhere like that would still be really nice weather. Or even going into fall. I don't know what kind of color changes they get in that. I know we'll have to see. You leave Canada in 9 days. So crazy. Back to Minnesota I go. Okay. So what are you spending some time in Canada at Ron's place and then some time back home, or passing the buck? Oh, but anyways, going to back to the whole taking that last Thursday off when I do the on track Tuesday week. I think it'll probably be just for the summer, We'll see how it goes. But if there's something that comes up that I want to talk about or whatever, I'll throw up a link in that and then I'll go up. That's all. Cowboy Steve, what's happening, my friend? You don't have a wrench either. Let me find you in here. And that's the downside. I can't do it on the computer on StreamYards. I have to go into my phone here and find you. Okay, there you go. Who wouldn't want to visit Cali anyway? Who would want to? Well, I mean, I got a couple guys I want to meet out there, and I don't really want to go to California. It's not like high on my bucket list. I've been there 30 years ago or so, and that was enough for me. But I thought the National Train Show being there would be kind of an attraction to go to and give me a reason to be heading out there to meet my buddies, some of my buddies out there. But we'll see. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate the sub. Always welcome in for some coffee. Stand by here while I fix this stupid layout. I don't know why. I got time to mess with that. Oh well. I'm gonna tear this thing down, I swear to God, one of these days, and rewire it. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get to that one or not, Jason. There was the Durango and Silverton. There's another one more up, I think it's kind of north of Denver. My wife was looking at it. It's like the markings of the Denver and Rio Grande. I can't think of the name of it now. Believe me, I send her on a mission and she's looking all kinds of stuff up when she gets an idea in her head that we're going to go do something. So, again, I hate to not be able to come out to California and see you guys, but I just don't see where Grand Canyons prior to M&G. What is M&G? I missed something there. This is the only downside of trying to fly through this stuff. Jason. I'm just playing with the trains here. When I leave, maybe I can build a little layout of my own back in Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, a little switching layout or something in a small bedroom or something. A little 2 foot by 8 foot or something like that. GC. No, Grand Canyon. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at some super cool stuff. There's the Grand Canyon Railroad, take you up there out of Williams. There's a whole thing in Williams, man. You can buy like a whole package deal and everything, food, hotel included, all that stuff, train ride, bus ride when you get up there. Because when you get there, there's buses that'll take you around on like a little tour. I think it's the South Rim, so there's like four different stops or something that takes you on. Hey Heath, good morning. Listen while I work. That's okay. I appreciate that. So we were super excited about it. Then we got to looking at weather. It said the average temperature in August is like 102 to 107 or some craziness. It was like I don't know how well either one of us. My wife doesn't do real good with a lot of heat like that. And I don't know how well I would do either, to be honest with you. Got wrong, got permitting at church. Take care. God bless. See you all at tomorrow. Okay, Wilmer. Thanks for popping in this morning. You're probably already gone. I don't think I'm that far behind. We're looking forward to seeing you. Winter, yeah, I mean, yeah. Now, the only thing I saw, we've been watching videos that people post, on YouTube and then just to get a feel for what we're looking at, which is the best way to do that, I can't remember. He didn't really say what time of year it was, but it looked like it could have been winter, and it was kind of a rainy day in that, and the whole canyon was just all fogged over and that. You really couldn't see much. So, hate to take a trip all the way up there. I mean, it's always a chance you take, and then you end up with, not even be able to see the damn thing. You talking about Timonium, Steve? I know Wilmer's catching the train. Going home for a little while, so we shall see what the future holds. Okay. Well, it's always nice to go home. New places are, neat, they're interesting, but it's not home. Like, I don't care if you spent most of your life somewhere else, where you were born, where you grew up at, it's going to be hard to ever say not home to you, So, well, enjoy. I'm happy for you and enjoy your time back in Minnesota. Running coach on the way up. Got the roomette for the trip back. Nice. Or is that for the Grand Canyon? I don't know. I'm lost here. Because you could do that too. You could ride, the fancier, not the roomette, but like riding up to, it's like over 2 hours up to the canyon from Williams. And you could purchase different cars up and back, So that's what I wanted to do. Like when we went up to Amherst, I really wanted to upgrade to like a roomette or whatever because we were coming back overnight. So I was like, well, we could sleep because we were getting into Cleveland like at 6 a.m. from Springfield. So we could have slept overnight, but it was just crazy expensive. And honestly, the coach seats are big. There's plenty of room and leg room and everything, and they lay back and stuff. Well, it's not terrible. You see a lot of people walking around, doors opening and closing. So we were, January, so it was cold, and every time the damn door opened, the cold draft blew through the car. So, no, Jim, I got to get that figured out again. I got to sit down with you because I couldn't remember how to save the image and then I just haven't messed with it. I've been busy doing other things, laying track, doing all that nonsense. So, there's Joe. Speaking of Joe, he'll be at Timonium. But my wife even said something. She goes, you wanted this printer and you haven't done anything with it. Well, I printed some propane tanks. Back when I first got it, that was all I did, though. So I really need to get something going on it. Because there's some things I would like to look at printing. In fact, I am going to need more of those tombstones that you printed out for me that has the numbers for my switch machines, the little markers. So I'd like to. Those might have been on the other printer though, the filament. Steve, you click on the little 3 dots there to the right of the person's name. It'll say, we should say, well, it probably does on the phone. Should allow, or actually, I don't know if you have to click on the dots or you just click on the channel itself. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Click on it. It'll ask if you want to go to the channel. There you go. You used to not have to have a wrench. You could just click on the little 3 dots there next to the person's name, and it would take you to that same question. Go to the channel or, whatever, and you can go right to their channel. You didn't have to have a wrench. Be a moderator, basically, is the only way you can do it now, from what I understand. Got our names. We'll give you the option to go, yeah. Yeah. Because right now I'm on StreamYard, so I can't do any of that stuff. So I actually have to go on my phone where I have my show up and oh, are you there now? First time here at the York Train Show, man. This year, place is big. Just had to walk half a mile to find. Oh, no joke. Well, cool, man. You're gonna take some video or something, man. That'd be cool. Post a little video of some of the stuff you see. We gotta get together soon. When the weather breaks, maybe we'll meet over Dexler again or Bellevue or something, or have you down here. You're more than welcome. I still want to. I was telling the wife the other day, I still want to try to get like a little open house together sometime when the weather's nicer this way. We can go out on the patio in the back and stuff too. If we want. When did the Commerce and toll tag someday? I did one in Nevada, many. Yeah, it does. That one looks good too. We did watch some video on that. Don't know how close we'll be to it. Maybe I could catch the Colorado end of it. I don't know if you have to get to it going in the New Mexico side, or if you can catch it on either end. I'll have to research that a little more, but that one looks good too. Just keep in mind, guys, I can't make the whole trip about train rides. 1, maybe 2 should be okay with it. I start getting too many. Jason brought up a good point. I might try to reach out. We're going to be in Durango for that one, and I think Soundtracks has their shop there. So I might want to maybe see about heading over there. Tennessee River, Bright Line Painting's looking good. Yeah, Chris does great work, man. Guys, hit him up. I think if you CR&E, I think he's still offering a 10% code. I haven't talked to him in a while about it. Discount code CR&E. Get him Grandpa Rails, to use plumber's analogies. If you don't mind hitting the like button. Hey, there's Andy Dobson. Good morning, buddy. 10% off of commissioned paintings. Getting a lot of codes, man. You get CR&E for Yankee Dabbler. Whenever they finally get that back up and running, they changed up their website and they don't let you put the code in anymore. So I emailed them and they said, yeah, probably end of April that'll be coming back. So I don't know what that's about. Hopefully my damn code will work. It's always been active, but it was giving everybody trouble. It'll be on my train trip to the Grand Canyon. A lot of fun. Yeah, I really Yeah, that's funny. Speak of the devil. Um, yeah, it looked like a great time, man. And then you can stay in Williams at the hotel there. It's the original train. I think of the original train station and stuff. And there's a hotel there, and restaurants, and all kinds of stuff. And Williams is a cool old town. I think one of the things I was watching, if I remember correctly, it said it was the last town on Route 66 before I-40 bypassed it all. There was still like opening on 66, which that's a trip I want to take anyways. The old uh, family vacation. Hey, Curly. Good morning. Try to run as much as 66 as I could. Whatchamacallit? You going to Chicago in May? Okay. Yeah, well, that Lakeshore line runs, Lakeshore Limited runs from Chicago through through Cleveland, where I live, and we took it right up. It goes to either, you could take it, in Albany, it splits to go either to New York City or to Boston. So we stayed on the Boston line and went to Springfield for the Amherst show, and we rode it back. I mean, it's 12-hour trip on the train, 9 hours driving, but it was nice not to have to bother with all that screwing around driving, and we didn't know what the weather was going to be like in January. So, hey, Mike, just stepping in to say hi. A big lawn drainage project in the works. Okay, yeah, I need to get a bunch of fill dirt for my backyard. It's just, it sits low, and I just get a lake back there. That bridge is coming along nice. That swing bridge or lift bridge. Yeah, that's okay. Where are you taking it from? Where do you live at, Steve? You coming like up from the south? You live south of Chicago, or? Yeah, I think I'm already subbed to you, Cowboy Steve. I want to make sure though. Let's just make sure that since we're am and all my notifications are on. There we go. Good deal. I was getting caught up, but I don't know. That's funny. Responding to the comment of the bagels. I missed the comment. Sorry. And again, that's the downside of me trying to kind of run through these to get caught up. Andy, what you got? Just remember, you ask 10 modelers the same question, get 10 different answers. Sometimes more than 10 answers. Van Athern, Blue Box CP40 Burlington Northern Livery. I can never say that. If you are near, I could deliver my homemade goodies. That'd be dangerous then if we live too close, because I don't need any homemade goodies. Try to cut back on the goodies. Tony B, what's happening, my man? Yeah, me either, Curly. We're safe. We're safe from the homemade goodies. The details pack and grab rails for it. It's in great condition and runs well. There is an Athern parts and something group. It's called on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, there's a group that I've had some luck with getting. Like, I got handrails for an old, I think it was an SD45 for a buddy. All the metal handrails was for a blue box. Somebody had them. And sometimes guys will give you stuff. Some guys, you'll pay for it, of course, which I never expect anything free anyways. But sometimes you can have luck on there. Sometimes eBay. I know eBay stinks, but you can find it on eBay. Or see, I don't know if Athern probably don't have the parts for a lot of those things anymore. I was looking for parts for this GP38 that I have sitting here. Like, I couldn't just buy the wheel sets, the gears and the wheel sets all together. You had to buy, I don't think they had the wheel sets. I think it was just the gears and the idler gears. They had like all the parts. They had the side frames with the because these side frames have the metal on the side frame with the wires hooked to it for the pickups and stuff. So I found a guy on eBay that had the whole damn thing put together, gears, wheels, side frames, wiring, everything, for about $20 a piece. Yeah, but then by the time you pay eBay their friggin' money and tax and everything else, you know, it ended up being about $50. I hated to do it, but I don't know what else to do with this thing. It's a beautiful locomotive. Don't look at my wiring; it's all a mess right now because it's torn apart. But you know, I put all new LEDs in there, put a new Tsunami 2 in there, and did the same thing to its sister unit, which is running there on the layout, or it just was running on the layout. And it's running fine. Same locomotive. I can't figure it out. I mean, I tore this thing down, tore the gearboxes, tore everything out, washed it all down, re-greased everything, took the motor out, made sure, you know, hooked it up to a 9-volt battery. It was running beautiful, forward, reverse, no issues, no noises, no nothing stupid going on there, you know. But all new wires, everything's new wiring in it. And did the same thing to the other one. Because why the hell not? I had it all apart. I'm just gonna do it, you know. And it's like it shorts out as soon as it hits the track almost. And I've checked everything, triple checked everything. Nothing's like crossed. None of my wiring is crossed. So I don't know. If anything, it'll move maybe a couple of inches or a foot. It'll trip the system, come back on, do it again, trip the system. I can't figure it out. It's driving me batty. So I'm going to try that and see. Crown Thingiverse, she'll find something. Talking about the handrails and stuff. Details pack. Yeah, I don't know about like Details West and those places. But train show, you might find something at a train show. Doing nothing today, Joe. It's a crummy day here, man. I'll tell you, it was like 75 yesterday. Of course, I was working. Got out of work. It was super nice and warm, 70, 75 degrees. And maybe an hour later, man, freaking thunder, lightning. It was like raining sideways. It was like, holy shit. What the hell did I do now? Wrath of God coming down on us. Yeah, YouTube's a pain in the neck sometimes. Don't have 3 dots on a tablet. So, I don't know. I don't have a tablet. But Dave, give me the numbers you need for the tombstones, and I'll make this STL file so you can print them. Okay, I'll send you an email. Yeah, I mean, it was nice that you can do that. It's just a way to support other people in the chats and everything. And I don't know. I don't mind giving out the wrenches, but it's like, oh, here, even on StreamYard, it's like, well, I guess I can see that you have a wrench or you don't. But I can't give you the wrench on StreamYards when I'm streaming. I don't know how OBS is, or is that what it's called? OSB? No, that's wood. That's plywood. I think OBS. I don't know how that works, but yeah, it might be. Look at the Detail West Associates or Detail West. I know one company sells the stanchions, but you might have to purchase the wire. And you could probably, I hate to say, you could probably make them out of wire, but that takes skill and patience. I would not be able to do it. But again, I don't know if you're on Facebook or anything like that. But there's groups like search Athearn parts, Athearn under groups. It's going to bug me now because I am a part of that group. Let me see here. I don't remember how to do this. It's under my groups. Let me search my groups. Athearn Blue Box used parts. That's a group. Athearn sales. I think for selling, buying, trading, or searching. Athearn trains, buy, sell, and trade group. So I'm in 3 different Athearn groups. One specifically says Blue Box. Again, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not. You might have to ask to join the group if you are. I can invite you if you're on Facebook, Andy. Like a friggin' spell. But that a lot of times is my go-to on some of that stuff. Is and it's honestly about all I use Facebook for. Some of the train groups and that. I very rarely do I post on it, like on just my regular stuff. I don't even really post on my Crooked River and Eastern group page much, which is stupid of me. I should do that. Rick, how was the York train show? I think he's there now. I'm not mistaken. Wow, I must be way behind. Soundtracks is headquartered in Durango. Pretty cool to watch them make and test the Dakotas. I was there in 17 during the monsoon season. Oh, yeah. Is it going to be a lot of rain in August? I don't know, man. I hate when I had a plan for something and then now it's changing on me. Yeah, I've seen that. It's back up now. I know they've been posting that they're coming back. Yeah, I know, Curly. It's okay, buddy. Well, that would be cool. That'd be really cool. You taking like a riverboat or something, or is there cruises that take you? I didn't even know. I never thought about that. Yeah. Well, see, when COVID hit and they shut down the St. Louis show, because my wife and I actually had the hotel and everything all scheduled out and booked and everything. We got our money back, on the deposit and all that stuff. But obviously, everything got canceled. But that was one of the things I wanted to do because it was in St. Louis, and when the kids were little, we did a lot of going south out of Florida, Myrtle Beach, stuff like that, because it was a little cheaper as far as like taking and going to take the kids to the beach, do stuff like that. We would always rent a house instead of getting a hotel. Like you get a hotel at the Disney parks or whatever, and it's an arm and a leg. But if we drove down, which saved us on 4 people taking an airplane, and then we would rent a house like in Kissimmee or somewhere near Orlando. And we'd always try to rent something that had a swimming pool. So we would go to the parks a day or two. And usually just Disney one day. A couple times we did like, not Universal. What's the other? Whatever their studios is over there. We did Epcot one year, but the kids didn't really get into Epcot. It's not a whole lot. Hey, Bernard. Let's see, you are in Cleveland. I'm over about 30 minutes south of Sandusky. That's where I'm catching. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. South of Sandusky, that puts you Fremont, maybe? Somewhere in that area? How far are you from Deshler? We were just in Deshler, January or February? When Mike came down and Pappy came over and we went over to Fostoria to the Model Train Club there in Fostoria. It was a great day. Steve, I just put a in the chat my email. Send me a little email, man, and we can hook up. Thanks, Dave. MGM, that's the park over there. Dave, Carolina Dave just sent me a text. It's MGM. I'm 9 minutes behind. So people are sending me texts with their answers to things or questions. Rail fanning, so that's okay. I like rail fanning too. I don't like doing it when it's freezing cold out like we did back in February, but it happened to snow that morning, so it was kind of cool. You know, had snow on the ground and stuff, and it was kind of neat. But it was pretty bitter, and the wind was whipping through there. All right, Bernard, refresh your memory. Are you Colorado or you're Nevada, right? One of those two, aren't you? You're close enough. Maybe we can meet up. Monsville Railways, evening from the land of Australia. Well, welcome. Welcome. Let me give you a wrench, my friend. Pete's in here too. And so is Hi. Well, am I behind? Thomas Moore. Yeah, I am behind. Sorry, guys. I mean, I don't know what to say. Just seems to be the way it goes. Well, you already have a thing. Huh. Oh, yeah, there it is. Jeez, I'm swear to God, I'm retarded. Yeah, we just finally filed. We ain't getting a return. We pretty much break even or owe money every year. Well, ever since the kids, we can't claim the kids anymore. You know, they got to make sure they get my little pittance. They can't find half trillions of dollars, but they're going to get my little pittance of money. Hey, Sladen. Good morning, buddy. I don't know. Maybe it's not. It doesn't make sense, man. I checked all the wheel gaps. I used my handy dandy wheel gauge, Lombard Hobbies. They're all gauged properly, and they don't touch inside because you got plastic gears, and I pulled them apart. So you got a wheel with a post on each side. It goes into that plastic gear. And I don't think they touch inside there. They might. Maybe maybe one's pushed in too far and touching the other one. Could be. I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea what else it could be. It's a brand new board. If it wasn't doing it on the old Tsunami 1 board as well, then I would question the board. Plus, I did those things that you asked me to try. You know, I didn't get a chance to call George over at Soundtracks. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't make you pay something anyways, just for breathing, Joe. Again, the Pentagon can't find trillions of dollars, but, you know, make sure you get Dave's $300 from him. Put him in friggin' debtor's jail or some shit. Just one axle, doesn't matter which truck you put on the track. The short will show as everything goes through the trucks and decoders. Yeah, but I unsoldered all that stuff and, you know, did the little test that you told me to do. And, you know, they were still doing it. I mean, it wasn't doing it when I didn't have the axles on or the trucks on the track. It was only doing it when I did that. I don't know, whatever. I'm about over it, to be honest with you. I've had trouble with these two locomotives from the day I bought them. Now, they're probably new old stock. They're Tsunami 1s. I bought them brand new from a hobby shop, direct. And when I first got into the hobby, I didn't know how to work on anything. I had to send them back to Athearn because I was having issues with them, not shorting, but they were sputtering. They weren't getting long story short, there was a loose pickup. And 4 months, Athern, out there in Long Beach or wherever the hell they're at, had these locomotives. Got it back, same shit. I ended up having to solder the stupid thing myself. And I said, never again. Hey, Randy, never again will I not know how to do something on these stupid locomotives. So from that point on, I've made it a point to at least attempt some shit. But the thing of it is, they were under warranty because I just bought them, and they were still, I don't know, I think these were made in, would you tell me the last that they did the tsunami ones were like 2017 or 18? And that's right around when I bought them. So they covered it. It was all warranty work, but shoddy, shitty work, and it took them 4 months to get them back to me. Oh, man, dude. That stinks. A buddy at work, his father-in-law just passed away yesterday, man. It's sad. Oh, that'd be neat. Geez, guys, by the time I get caught up, I'll be heading out. Bud Files, good morning. Hi, good morning. Okay, Monsville, thanks for stopping in. You have a great weekend as well. Always appreciate the support. I would like to get up to Minnesota. I haven't been up there since my driving days. I was up to St. Paul, and I don't know what we had up there. Minneapolis, St. Paul area. I said that was back in 92 or 3, something like that, 91, 92. Haven't been back. Trying to choke myself on my coffee. What the hell? Yeah, we all kind of just hang out. Nothing crazy, we just sit here and listen to me talk 5-10 minutes behind everybody else. Morning, Dave. Stormy sky. I'm always behind. Go fish. Always behind. I don't try to be, but see, we're using Viking cruise ship, and see, I am behind. This is I asked him this like 10 minutes ago. The Mississippi River trip, all included, flights, hotel. Really, I totally would be interested in looking at that. I know they used to do an Ohio River, because we actually thought about doing something like that for our honeymoon when we got married back in '95, and we ended up not doing that, but we looked into it back then. Of course, the internet was really, really new and really slow. So it was harder to get information, and you had to wait for snail mail to bring in brochures to you and all that kind of stuff. But it was cool. Or call them on the phone, the old way, the good way. But we're so used to doing it this way now, where you just click on it and it tells you everything you want to know and whether you even want to do it or not. The great thing about this community, everyone is willing to help everyone. Just remember that one question could lead to 10 correct answers. That's true, even. Not always 10 answers, and it's not that they're all wrong either, They could all be right in their own way. Oh, outside of Tiffin. Okay. Again, sorry, behind. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, Thomas. It's not too far. I'm on the east side of Cleveland, in the suburbs, like on the south. Well, not really south. I guess southeast side. Yeah, that would be a cool trip. Getting worse and worse. It's kind of another reason I'm not really looking forward to going to LA or Long Beach. I don't know. That's 10 people and get 11 answers. That's true. Multitasking, watching this great live stream, editing a video of me running trains and the layout yesterday, and messaging friends. Messenger. All right. Well, I appreciate it, Go Fish Office. I appreciate it. Yeah, do you stay on the boat? You sleep on the boat and that, or you get off and go sleep at hotels and stuff? Go to Chattanooga. I've been to Chattanooga one time. It was pretty cool. We went that way. We came up 75 that one year on the way back from Florida because I wanted to go to Chattanooga. I wanted to stop in there and see that. And instead of going 77. Hey, Ray. I'll see you next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend I'll see you. Looking forward to that. Let's see, I know Train Freak, one of my ex-lives that ever staying at some place. Need to look up. Provided by the cruise line. Okay. Talking about the hotel security, all that kind of stuff. Man, I just jumped to the end of the stream and I don't know what I hit. Oh, happy early birthday. Gotta run the trains a lot and play my electric piano. That is here too. Oh, okay. Now you're just going home for a little bit. Are you going back to Canada after so long, or it's okay? You don't have to answer that. That's none of my business, right? Just asking. But again, you don't have to answer. What is TVRN? Hey, Ben. Hey, good video. I just watched that video of you on my lunch break yesterday. Some of your pickups, and Dave Scott sent some nice gifts over to you. That was really cool, man. I like how you moved everything out from the wall, redid your backdrops on that. A lot of work, but I'm sure it's worth it in the end. Can you get an AHM to DC? Well, Thomas, if you want an expert to look at doing that for you, shameless plug here, send it over to the Train Freak Hobbies. Use Crooked Savings as a code, and you save 10%. How about that? It's a good idea. You ought to do it. And I don't really answer that question. I would assume just about anything can be converted to DCC, just depending on how much work you want to do. And I don't know. I mean, mainly got to isolate the motor from the frame and that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, like Blue Box. I could do Blue Box, ready to runs. Those are easy to convert. Well, yeah. There you go. Shameless plug. Train Freak Hobbies uses Crooked Savings, 10%. 10% off of decoder installs and track planning. Yeah, that's true too. Is it the old pancake motors? I don't know. Can they be converted? But even some of the old can motors are they're tired. They're old, they're tired. Loud. Well, that's probably, like you said the other day, Jason, when we were talking, it's probably the gearing more than anything else. You have a spare board and switch it out. You're talking about this thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could try that and make sure it's not the board. I mean, it's brand new, but it doesn't mean there's not a faulty, something faulty with it. That's a good point. So, I mean, this is the second board it's doing it to, though. It did it to the board it came with, the original board, Tsunami 1, and now it's doing it with this board. So I'm kind of leaning more towards something with the pickups or something rather than the boards. And nothing's touching any metal. Believe me, I tore it down, did all that to it, started having trouble, tore it down again. just to make sure I didn't do anything wrong, wire it wrong, and no metal touching anything. The board ain't touching anything. Do a continuity check on the wheel sides to see if the axles are touching inside the gear. All right. How do you do that? Maybe I'll bring it down when I come down next week if I can't figure it out before then. I don't know how to do that stuff. I think I have a multimeter. You do it with a multimeter? Yep. Thanks, Thomas. Just haven't gotten there yet, man. But yeah, tonight, 6 p.m. Don't forget Shoreline Thursday, Jim Tedesco. It's not the board. We tested it after he unhooked it. I'm leaning on the axle, touching each other underneath the gear. I'll test that. I can find out how to test that because I will send back those trucks if I can figure this out before I even open them. Providing I brought the right trucks, I went through the parts manual for it and looked up the parts numbers and everything like that. So I matched all that up. So it should be the right trucks. Of course, you could do all kinds of different trucks on these things. There was like 3 or 4 different model numbers, like if you wanted to switch it for probably different eras or whatever. So I don't know exactly what I ended up getting. They look like what's on here. Don't ask me what these are. I'm not that smart when it comes to that stuff. I'm smart when it comes to a lot of this stuff, guys. I'm surprised my train's even running. Half the time they don't, apparently. I'm going to take you up on that one of these days. Dave, I have a bulletin for the Ethereum short issue. Give me a few hours and I'll say, okay. Yeah, I did put my email in the chat here, so if you don't already have it. Yeah, no problem. No, I appreciate you throwing out ideas, man, because, yeah, well, that's good. Hey, Pete, I think I said hi, kind of, sort of, but not really. Hi to you as well. Thanks for coming in. 1 week from today, my birthday. Celebrated in Indiana. Okay. Wasn't that where you are? Curly, Indiana or Illinois? I ask you that all the time. I have no idea. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Yeah. That's what I say. Trade Freak Hobbies. 10% off installs. Use Crooked Savings. Jason knows his stuff, knows what he's doing. In fact, at some point, when he gets a little more, when he gets to it, he'll be hopefully getting my steam locomotive up and going. My it's a Bachmann Spectrum. Is that what I sent you? Is it a Spectrum? It's got the split shell and split frame and all that stuff. And put a decoder and everything in that. Put a video together soon on the things Dave Scott sent me. Blown away with the generosity. Yeah. It's a generous community. It really is. Can I do my first DCC install? I'll keep you in mind. Yeah. I enjoy doing it. This thing's just kind of boggling me because I don't believe it's anything to do with the install itself. It's something to do with, like you're saying, probably the wheels are touching each other or something. Hey, it's your birthdays. It's up to you. Canada for nearly 11 months. Work now, so I want to stay back home for a while. Plus, because I've been here so long, I'm supposed to get a green card. Yeah. Still 30. Still looks like I have a couple Athearn Genesis. I'm installing Blue Namis in, but not sure. I want to cut my teeth on that. Blue Namis should be a pretty much in and out installation if they're Athearn Genesis, right? I think because the Blue Nami do you have to change the whole board, Jason, or can you do like the 21 pin plug? Stay at the Peabody in Memphis 2 days. Yeah, well, I mean, you might as well get the correct paperwork and stuff. This way, there's no issues, no worries. You're there legitimately, and you can stay the length you want to stay. And in fact, I work with the nurse, awesome nurse, and she is from Canada and has like a work visa. She lives here, works here, and all legitimate and everything like that. Goes back and forth to visit family and stuff, but my daughter's really good friends with her. Super, super sweet kid. Tsunami's what I'm going to. I have one coming, and I'll do a Tsunami to Tsunami video swap here. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, again, keep me in mind for your old boards. I got a bunch of locomotives here that I do need to add. I want to add sound in that too, so I want to upgrade the boards. I got a couple Atlases I want to throw them in. I got 4 Atlases sitting up there. Got 3 ready to runs, Athearns. They all just have basic motor function, no sound or anything in them. I got a Athearn Genesis Go Rail. It's a SD60, I think it's a Norfolk Southern. It's just got I don't know what he put in it. I bought it off my buddy Justin, and he just put a basic decoder, no sound or anything. But it was, I want to say NCE maybe, or does that sound right? Yeah. Either way, I think that's just a 21 pin. I got to open up and look at it. And then I got those 2 Proto Conrail units, SD60s. I want to upgrade those. Can do that. And yes, multimeter. Okay. Well, I'll try to mess with it here just for shits and giggles, see if I can figure it out. If I can't, maybe I'll bring it down. I don't know. Like I said, I might swap the trucks out. Try to do that test, see if that works. I might just swap the damn trucks out altogether, and if that fixes it, then there we go. That probably was the problem. How would you fix if they are in there too far, but they're in gauge? How would you fix that? Can I put something on the ends, like nail polish or paint or something on the ends of those axles before putting them in the gearbox or the gears? Would that keep them from, conducting? Motor engines that are DC only. Got some decoder buddies. Decoder buddies. I haven't used one. I got 2 of them here that I've been wanting to hook up. I was thinking about hooking them up into those 2 Conrail units, as a matter of fact. No, I am not running anything today. I kind of got up late, got down here late. So I'm all DC. Ray's all DCC. Yeah, but I had a derailment up there. I gotta figure out why. I'm always running some auto racks, and my auto racks suck. Most of them are the old kits, and I don't know, they need a lot of upgrading. Just make sure the motor is efficient. You don't want to blow decoders due to the motors having too high of an amp pull. Decoder buddies aren't decoders, but good to have. Yeah, well, they're like replacement boards, all right, that you can add like 21 pin decoders to in that. Right? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Still 21. Yeah, me too. Yeah. A coach with shorts to track because of wheels. Get the metal chassis, so I need to add a washer to resolve it. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, temporarily you could throw some like electrical tape over that metal. I I picked up an auto rack one time at a show, and I don't know if the instructions tell you to assemble these things with the metal weight on the bottom of the car, but same scenario, which metal wheels, it was fine with plastic wheels, it don't do any difference. It don't cause any short. But I ended up having to pop that weight off. I tried the method with the tape, and it worked. But I wanted to do it more permanent, so I took the weight off, opened the car up, and put the weight on the inside of the car. You're not going to see it anyways. There's no like Walther's kit, you know. So, the generation after Genesis is all the new ones are all 21 pin. For a while, the sound was PNP boards and DCC ready were 21 pin. Older are 8, 9 pin, yeah. So basically, you got to open it up and see what you got. All right. Well, let's see. If I can figure it out beforehand, then I won't bring it. But if I can't, then I might bring it down. I got the box and everything out. I just pop it in there and just see what the hell. I'm determined to figure it out. It's a nice locomotive. They do. They really run nice. Well, not this one now, but the other one that I bought. I bought two of them together. I usually do that. I like to buy them in pairs. I'll run them tail to tail and use them as two switchers. And that was my plan for them. And the one runs great, no issues, even with the old board. And in fact, the old board is right here. Even had a Keep Alive hardwired into it. Yeah, these are 2012 soundtracks. So now that I know it's most likely not the board, I may put these two in something that I have, or try to sell them maybe, I don't know, and then use that money to buy the upgraded boards. Get the bottom of the chassis so the wheels don't touch bare metal. Yeah, they have that liquid tape too, the liquid electrical tape. I wonder if you could paint it with that. It's kind of like a rubber. Oh, you're talking about my situation. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Joe. I don't know how I would tell if they're touching it. I'd have to do a continuity check or whatever, like Ray was saying. I have to file it down a bit. Okay. Why would it start doing it out of nowhere? I mean, it didn't do that originally. I had to send it back originally, but this is, one of those ones. But it wasn't doing it after I finally got it running. It's only been recently. Let's say within the last year, because I kind of put it on the shelf for a while because I was frustrated by it and didn't want to deal with it. Older Genesis, DC only, no 8 or 21 pin. So it's a whole swap out. Need to add ditch lights, upgrade the LEDs all around. Yeah. That's fun. These are, I got these from the Eve model. These are similar to what Robert, the Flying Crow, was using the other night on his refinery kit. These are 402s, I believe. Warm. They say warm, but they're kind of bright, man, because these are the second pack I bought, and that other pack was more warm than these. These are a little more bright. Super small. They're nice because they fit right inside your little bulbs, like for where the bulbs were in the headlights and stuff, and the ditch lights. They fit right inside there with a little bit. I glue them in there with a little bit of this micro crystal clear. Let that dry up really good. Not bad. I'll run, get the idea from Soundtracks. You take a little bit of tubing, your shrink tubing, glue that to the roof, shoot it across the room, and then feed your wires through that. It kind of keeps them up and tucked out of the way so they don't drop down into gears and all that stuff. It looks like shit now because I had it all torn apart. They're all kind of all over the joint. But yeah. The neater, the better. I have a bad habit of trying to leave the wires too long because I get big fat fingers and I'm always worry about cutting them too short and I don't have enough. And then you got to screw around trying to either rewire it completely or add wire. And it's a pain in the ass. About 8 decoder buddies from Iron Planet, but we'll get the decoders from you for my Kato Stewarts and F-37s, SP and Southern Pacific, Western Pacific. Okay. How are the Stewarts to convert over? How are those? I mean, I see them for sale all the time, on these eBays and different places like that. But I don't know how how good a locomotive those are or were. And take it easy, Andy. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Well, I like messing with the blue boxes. The ready to runs, the early generations, like the next step after blue box, are really similar. You got the little light bar and everything that runs across, and all that. It's got the old style motors in it. I mean, they're can motors, but they got the old springs with they're just older motors. They don't look like these. Kind of loud still. A little quieter than a blue box, but still kind of loud. But on me for these two because one of the local clubs is DC only. Oh, so you can run DC on those, Jason, and Steve. You run either or, either or. Okay. That's all right. Like I said, it's downside. I'm trying to get going through so I can get to the bottom, and I missed some of the comments. Well, these are older. I bought these from a seller on Facebook. It was down near Columbus, not too far, a couple hours from me. And they are these chassis units. Grab one of them. So I got 3 of them. I don't know what I paid for them. It wasn't bad. They were DC. They're not. They weren't ready to run or anything like that. I think they're. Why do I keep going crooked? They're 40-2s, and nice units. I mean, not overly fancy or detailed, but enough. Again, I was just getting back into things, so I was still am happy with them. But I just did the hardwire with the harnesses and just Digitrax decoders and upgraded them to LEDs because I really only have front and rear lights on. I didn't do anything else. I didn't try to do glass lights or anything like that, which looks like I probably could. They got the nice holes for them there. I probably could do that. I don't know how fancy I want to get with them though. So eventually I would upgrade those, Stuff like that would probably be later, like last. I want to get those 2 Conrail units up and running with sound, and we'll see. Yeah. I know you don't really care for the ESU. Yeah, I am too, Steve. Um, I know there's issues with the lighting and stuff. If you try to put soundtracks, there's things you have to do. Um, you can you can get them DCC ready, but I don't know how that all works. If you still have to put a ESU in it or what. Do you know, Jason? If you buy them DCC ready, can you put whatever decoder in it, or are you still screwed up with the lights because of their motherboard? We can certainly look it over. All the repairs I've done, I'm sure we can figure it out. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to keep working on it if I get time before the show. If not, I'll bring it down and, I don't want to tie up all your time, though. If you're going to have guys at the house, I think Joe was saying you're going to have guys over afterwards. So I don't want it to be all about my nonsense. Yeah, Steven, that's the best thing. Find one that you can understand, because some guys get a little more fancy in their speak or whatever, and um, so I kind of had to watch a lot of different videos to find somebody I kind of understood enough the steps they were taking and doing. Hit like button if you haven't yet. It is free, takes very little time, an easy way of saying that you are enjoying the stream. Yeah, thanks, Fishy. Appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've seen them, and I just don't know much about them. All right, John, you take it easy, my man. You're probably ready for a little break. I don't know if tax season's officially over for you, if you still got odds and ends to do, but hopefully you get a little break from that now. Editing my first Monterey video on installing resistors on wheel sets. Oh, okay. I've seen that too. Is that for block detection and stuff like that? Konami can run on DC or DCC. You just can't consystem if using the Bluetooth app. Okay. Hey, Jerry. Good morning. Yeah, that's kind of what Jason was just saying too. They have Kato drives. Kato. I have two Kato. Love them. GP35s. Time to do some layout work. Thanks for the live, Dave. You all stay safe. All right. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it, man. Georgia soundtracks and several videos about Blunami when it first came out, telling you what you can and can't do with them. It's just going and watching those videos of interest. Yeah. I'm honestly not interested in a Blunami. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to switch everything over to that. And for as many that I have to install, I don't know. Maybe I would try one just for the hell of it, but I mean, I'm already wireless here as far as Wi-Fi and that goes. Or wireless, not Wi-Fi, but wireless. I guess I don't know how you want to word it. Like my controllers are wireless. I have the wireless system here. So I don't know. And for the extra money, I don't know that it's worth it. For me, it's cool. It's cool as hell. It really is. But for me to switch over to that, I don't know. I guess I could say going forward, I would go to it, but I'm looking at an extra 20 or so per decoder. So you buy enough of them, and you get that's a whole other decoder. Something like that, Dave, would be cool. You know what I mean? Because then you don't have to worry about electricity and all that other stuff running through your tracks. Basically, everything's running through that locomotive with the Bunami and the battery and stuff. So that I think I would go with. That would be cool. If we can find a way to put batteries in all these guys and the Bunami, and and not even worry about track power. They didn't have to worry about shorts or none of that stuff. Yes, you guy. Well, Jason isn't knocking them necessarily. He just prefers soundtracks, and being a soundtracks certified installer and everything, he. I'm assuming he could install the soundtracks. I mean, the ESU. I mean, he knows how to do installs. I think it's just his preference, and he's certified through soundtracks for their decoders and stuff. I don't think he hates ESU. I think it's just a preference more than anything else. And I like my scale trains. I mean, that's probably my go-to locomotive. Most of my locomotives are scale trains. And with the ESU in them, Now, stuff that Anthony, yeah, and I agree with that. I would stay with the same decoder. I like the sound. I generally install the tsunamis in my installs because it's all these older locomotives that I'm doing installs on. All my scout trains, it doesn't make sense unless you just don't like ESU at all. By the time you buy a DCC ready and then change it out to soundtracks or whatever, it's costing you more money. I mean, it's just cheaper to buy it already installed. So that's kind of what I do. I have the programmer and stuff here, and not really proficient with it. I know a couple of things, but I'm not, Yeah. Okay, block detection. Okay. Yeah, not for long. I gotta head on out of here myself. I'm also not a fan that I would have to buy a programmer to change sound files when soundtracks and TCS include several sound options in there. Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of cool though, because you can, with the different sound files through ESU, you can record your own sound if you want to. Don't ask me how to do it, but that's what they claim. You can have your own recorded sounds and stuff if you wanted to add those. Okay, Ray. Good to see you in here, man. I can't wait to see you next weekend. Whatever the hell it is, 27, 28, Saturday. I think we're coming up Saturday. Anthony and I are going to the show Saturday, so I don't know what day you're having people over, but yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a little learning curve, I think. Maybe some quirks to work out with those Blue Namis, but it's a cool concept. It really is. I saw that. Are you talking about the Walters bowling alley? I saw that. That's a retread, I'm sure, from some other kit. Yep. And that's same here. That's what most of mine are. Like these ones here are all Digitracks, just motion and lights. Just headlight, tail light, motion, no sound. You got to remember too, like when you go to install these things, if you're going to install sound and all that other stuff, you got to make sure you have room in these. Some locomotives, it's a little tricky to find spots. Like this don't have a cab interior, so I mean, you could technically put something in there in that area, but you got to make sure you don't bog up your trucks and everything moves right. And it could be a little tricky. And if you want to add like a keep alive on top of that, so I mean, there's, nice cup of cappuccino. Thinking what to make for dinner tonight. Homemade chicken Alfredo last night. That sounds yummy. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, he's local? If he's local to you, he's not that far from me either. Bring some diesels up to speed match. Hopefully I remember how to do it. You got the speed recorder, right? You talking to Ray or to me? I have the speed recorder. I could bring it down. You want me to bring it down? You got to remind me. This is how I'm going to remember. I got a pile of stuff I'm trying to remember to bring when I come down. So I'll put that in the pile. I'm going to put my controller in the pile too. Yeah, the AccuCheck 2 MRT. So make sure it's all there. All right, where am I at? Yeah, I've heard good things about those scale sound speakers. We should be doing homemade. I don't know what we got on the agenda for dinner tonight. We'll go up there and have some breakfast, I'll tell you that. Oh, I bet. Yeah, me too, Jerry. I'm gonna head out of here and go do that. Oh, that sounds delicious. Delicious. All right, guys. I'm finally caught up. I'm getting out of here before I get behind again. See how I am? Keep you in suspense the whole time. Finally get caught up and now I'm leaving. To go back to the kitchen. Yeah, unfortunately, I model mostly modern time where they don't use cabooses. I do have some cabooses that I'll run whenever I decide to run older trains. I just don't want to. I don't want to get rid of the stuff because even something like this, it's not the most fancy train. If I keep it in the camera, it'd be beautiful. But to rebuy that later if I ever change my mind, and plus it's kind of just sentimental. Some of the first stuff I've got when I got back in, and I'm a fan of chassis system. I just like more of the modern bells and whistles with the ditch lights and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, Joe, we'll see you next weekend. Take care, Jerry. Dead cow and something. Sounds good, man. I like dead cow. Steve, shoot me an email, man. Maybe we'll get to hook up here eventually. Be kind of neat. There's some rail fanning out your way. We're out this way. Have you ever been over to Berea? Berea is a great place to rail fan, just on the southwest side of Cleveland there by the airport. Great place. Take it easy, Dave. Name is different though than the channel. Please say the channel so I know you're not spam. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, Steve. I just haven't looked at my emails yet. I'll check it out. Okay, Fishy. Fishy, take it easy. Maybe we'll see you guys tonight at 6 on Jim Tedesco's channel. Again, I'll be doing On Track Tuesday this coming week for the 4th week. And so I'll see you there and throughout the chats. I'm going to try to, I always try to pop in here and there best as I can. So, all right. Bye for now, guys. Talk to you later.